So, good evening, people. I decided to make an evenings video because of the nice sky in the background. Um, so, it's still the 23rd of the 5th, 2023, and this will be part, is it 30, I think? Or is it? Yeah, 30. Um, and this part will be called um, Staying Close to the Prime Minister is a Good Idea. In the beginning, in the 90s, we had a prime minister here called PJ Patterson. Everybody called him PJ. And he was the longest standing prime minister that Jamaica ever had. I think he was in power for 18 years. And although there was quite some turbulences in the money markets, with a lot of bankruptcies and high inflation and interest rates of like I had actually my interest rates on my overdraft account were at one point 105%. People cannot really fathom those kind of interest rates, but that was the reality in the beginning of the 90s. But he was a people's person, and he did do a lot for the infrastructure. When I came here originally, the roads here I mean, the main roads were bad enough, but the secondary roads were just absolutely shut. There was no roads there at all. They were complete. I mean, how rural people existed in those times is just, you can't even dream of it. I used to drive all these roads because I was just curious, and I just wanted to find these places, these remote places, but it would take hours to just drive a couple of miles, because you had to just drive so slowly because there was just huge potholes and so on. So he did a lot of infrastructure work, fixed up a lot of roads in the area. He, I met him several times, and we always had nice little talks, and I had invited him up to come up here, and he always said he would. And he actually uh, did even allocate the money to fix the road going up past my house up to the next district there, which would have, of course, changed the whole course of my whole business here dramatically. Um, but what I heard was that somebody embezzled the money, and they had a meeting up at the top, in on the top of the mountain, in the community, and according to what I heard is that the prime minister actually boxed the guy who embezzled the money. But well, that didn't help me. The road still wasn't made. But then one day there was um, we had a school opening at the Bluefields School, and of course everybody was there. And so I had a little talk with him, and I asked him, so I thought you were going to come and visit me up there one day and so on. And he said, yeah, yeah, no, I'm going to come for sure. I'm going to come for sure. And actually, that night, he came flying in with a helicopter. And my girlfriend at the time, when I said, "Oh, I know that is PJ. Let me just go out there and wave him in, that he knows that he knows where to land." And for some reason, up to this date, I don't know why, she just went completely ballistic, and she said, "If you go out there, I'm gonna mash up the place, and you're not going out there. You're not gonna wave him in and whatever." I still don't know why she was so vehemently opposed to that. So I didn't go, and in the end, the helicopter flew away again, and that was it. But he helped me with other things. I had applied for a gun license and didn't get through for years. And then I had an incident with a madman from the area who had had a white girlfriend at one point, and then she left him, and then he got this vicious thing with white people, and and as I was pretty much the only white person in this district, he had suddenly I was the big enemy, and he was and it was getting rather dangerous because he was walking around with this little purse around his thing, and he had an ice pick in there. And at one point, actually, I had he had threatened me again, and I had picked up a police officer at the police station, and we drove up together. And he picked up, and when he saw the van coming up, he picked up a stone and flung it with full blast into my windshield, and I ducked to the side behind the side column, and I ducked there behind there, and he hit exactly that side column. He didn't even mash up the windshield. Luckily, hit the gun and it went off. And so that story ended one day that he came up here. My dogs, who were actually normally very peaceful, sensed that he was not coming in good thing, and they actually backed him up right up into a bush. He had to climb up in the bush. I kind of saved him then, and but he was causing a lot of trouble still. And in the end, I called the police up here, and they actually fired a shot at him, and I think they hit him in his leg or something like that. And I don't know. Later, so I wrote to PJ about that incident and said, I think I really need a gun license. I have all these tourists up here. And 2 weeks later, I get a call from the gun licensing authority. Yes, your gun license is ready. So he did listen to the people, and yeah, that was kind of good. And then there was another thing with him. What was that now? Well, can't remember what was that. Anyway, so that was so much for Mr. P.J. Patterson and my little history with him. So please like and subscribe to the videos, and especially subscribe. I want to get some more subscribers because I want to reach the 1,000 mark. I'm very eminent about that. And so please support me there. Thank you very much. And good night. And see you in the next video. Okay. Bye-bye.